So tomorrow's the day, and what day is that? It's August 17th, and it is the day that the way we do real estate in this country changes in two major ways. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard some talk about the National Association of Realtors settlement with a class action suit that was agreed upon back in March. And these changes are to be implemented nationwide as of August 17th. So what are these changes and what does it mean for a home buyer and a home seller? The first change is that home buyers will now be required to sign an agreement with a buyer's agent if they want representation in purchasing a home. Now, this agreement will include information such as, what towns, what counties, even the entire state. What are the fiduciary responsibilities of the buyer's agent? The term of the agreement, it could be for 1 day to 6 months to a year. And also on this is the compensation that the buyer's agent is expecting should the home buyer actually get to a closing table. Now, before all you home buyers get nervous, I just want to let you know that the majority of time the seller is going to pay a commission or compensation to the buyer's agent who brings you to the closing table. So in very rare instances will a seller refuse to, and there's a lot of creative ways that you can get around from paying out of pocket to have your buyer's agent represent you through the transaction. The second major change is that the MLSs will no longer be able to publish what compensation a seller is offering out to a buyer's broker. Now, it does not mean that a seller cannot offer a commission. Commissions have always been negotiable, but it can no longer be published on the MLS. It can be via text, it can be by email, it can be on a website, but it cannot be on the MLS. I'm a big proponent in offering out some type of compensation to a buyer's broker when a seller goes to sell a house, because it is imperative that that buyer's agent is compensated fairly. And when you think about it, buyers have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses when purchasing a home. There's the down payment, which in this area, unless you're putting down 20%, it's very, very difficult. There's closing costs, there's inspection costs, there's homeowner insurance and costs. So asking a buyer to pay out of pocket for their representation is really, really difficult. And that's just going to minimize the number of buyers who are going to be able to potentially afford to even look at your house. So, it's something to consider, and it's something that I've been talking to sellers about, and almost always they agree that there's value in having a buyer's agent bring a buyer to the table, and understand that buyer's agents don't work for free. So I'm sure when all the dust settles, everyone's going to realize this is just about having honest negotiation discussions with both buyers and sellers when it comes to home buying and selling. So, I think everyone's getting worked up about what this will mean in the long term. My personal opinion is that the dust will settle. We'll get into the rhythm of buying and selling homes. And at the end of the day, we're just servicing our sellers and our buyers in the best way possible. But if you have any questions about these changes, please reach out. Happy to discuss it with you.